The pain cave is also where love is researched. I like that, what she said. I want to put it on a thing as well. The pain cave. The pain cave is where love is researched. But it's a space where we have to, um, it's a space where you learn how to revive your love. It's obvious if you've ever been in a long term relationship. After about 2 years, yeah, you're looking at the person like a normal person again. It's obvious there are other people who can catch your eye. It's obvious that there are other, there are other things that will come your way, jobs, you know, money, women, men, whatever, different temptations that will come your way. And you'll be in a space where you'll have problems, right? And when you have those problems, your happiness will be withdrawn. Your happiness will be withdrawn. And what will happen is you'll want to give up. You'll want to quit. You'll want to change direction. You want to do extra stuff. But what you'll realize is this is the opportunity where love can then begin to transform for you, right? And this is what I'm saying. I'm if I get married, I need married people around me. I want married people around me. I want married people around, and this is why I love DeVale and his wife Kadeen, because they talk about this transformational love. They talk about this servitude, right? They talk about the servitude and how important the servitude is in their marriage. That serving one another. And so, honestly, that pain cave is that area where love takes a new form, of dimension. It's given the opportunity to work through a problem, and I say this in the sense of sometimes, like, like, since I've obviously been starting doing YouTube for the last like 2 years full time. When I first started, I loved it. I still love it now, by the way, but I loved it differently. Um, I loved it differently in when I first started YouTube. I was so excited. I would spend hours upon hours. Y'all see me. It was during COVID too. Every day live, every day a 4 hour live, whatever, whatever, whatever. And now you see, you see that I'm like, 2 hours, guys. Let's 2 hours. Let's wrap this up. You know what I mean? But what keeps me going is my love for the YouTube, but also as well, when problems arise, how do I transform? So, like, the problem I'm facing right now is I want to reach men. That's a problem. How do I go about that? And I'll be honest with you. Here's one of the scariest things. Um, here's one of the scariest things about these situations we're talking about, right? So, uh, here's one of the scariest things about these things, right? Um, in these situations, um, when there's a problem arising, what I noticed was I also look forward to the challenge. But it's scary because if you don't have the answers, you're wondering where the answers are going to come from. And will there ever be an answer? Um, and I think in my mind, in my head, I'm always with a thought of there's no way God is going to lead me somewhere and I'm not going to have an answer eventually. So that's what keeps me going. It's like, no, no, keep going because there's going to be an answer. So literally the other day I was walking and I was like, God, like, I need more. Like, what do I need to do I need more? I know we're growing in other areas, but I need more in this area. Tell me how to do it. And as I was walking and I was just hearing him and I heard, da, just heard the answer. Boom. I said, and he said, the answer is the rod in your hand. And I was like, brother, why didn't you just say that before, cuz? Right? Because as soon as he gave me the answer, I was like, oh, that's the answer. right? So problems do arise because they're there to challenge us into growth, as you were saying, graduating and evolving. So the growing and the evolving is not the issue. It's part of life. But just like this woman was saying to me on the plane, you almost look forward to the challenge, not because you want to see your relationship fail, but you want to see your relationship grow. Um, you know, uh, it's important that those aspects that you understand that part of that pain is the growth. We're back now, guys. Sorry about that. So based on my experience, okay. So based on my experience, right? What I've seen and what I've heard, okay. In a lot of in a lot of the people that have come, like couples that have come forward to me, I've had one or two that have come together, right? I've had one or two that have come together, right? And I remember one lovely couple. They give me jokes, and their biggest issue was listening. And honestly, it was so funny when you're watching them, people. And I'm telling you now, right? And this is why both people do need to be involved in this. And this is why I said about having elders that can speak to you, because I'm literally watching them talk, and I'm looking at them going, no wonder why you're arguing. She said something, you just completely ignored it. He said something, you've bypassed it. She said this, you kind of heard it and then replied to a part of it. Oh, he spoke at it. I see why we're here. Right. And so what you start to see is a lot of times communicational issues between two people is the understanding piece. Right. But what I did notice also is that I had a lot more women who reached out to me. Of course, my audience is more women, so I get that. But I had a lot more women reach out to me in terms of help and how they can improve or at least solve an issue within the marriage. Where I did have issues is the men wouldn't want to join. So that's just based on my experience. Whenever I was coaching, I had the women come forward, but the men don't come forward, which is why which is why again it's important to this why I was finding I wanted to reach out to more men and have more men on a platform and um do more content for men, because I want them to understand that that you need to come to that place too. And I'm not saying men are the reason